AITA for returning home after I found out that my husband booked first class for him and his friend while I got economy? My husband and I 30s haven't been on a trip, out of country, for years. While he goes every year with his best friend. His reasons for going with him is because they both go to attend sporting events. This year, my husband told me I could go with him and his friend since they were visiting a new destination. He paid for my ticket and everything else since I'm a SOM and have no job. The kids were left with my mom. However, when I found out that he had booked first class for himself and his friend while I got economy, I just couldn't hold my tongue. I confronted him about it and he at first refused to discuss. Then when the argument got heated he yelled and quat, "I paid for your ticket FFS. Isn't that enough?" and quat. Then kept on about how I should stop acting like I was and quat. Royalty and quat. And that if I come to think about it, even economy is fine for me since I and quat. Technically and quat. Don't work anyway. I cried because of what he said but decided to just not go altogether. He changed his tone and started begging me to just go with what he planned but I declined. I went to pick the kids from my mom's house and he came back 3 hours later huffing and buffing about what happened. His friend sent me a text calling me entitled, and said this was the reason why he didn't want my husband to take me with them and I just proved his point. I did not respond but I blocked him since he's gotten increasingly rude over the past few months. He, my husband, said I keep crying about being excluded and this is what happens when he finally decides to include me. Am I the asshole for not settling for economy? By the way, he's perfectly capable of financing the trip. If you're a SOM then all the money he earns is shared funds. There is no him paying, in fact you paid for his first class ticket as much as he paid for your economy ticket. The level of disrespect is astounding. Divorce him and get half plus alimony. NTA. Is your husband having an affair with his friend? Why is his friend so rude to you and why is friend being treated like the spouse in this situation? Whether or not he's having an affair he's definitely shown you how he feels about you. NTA. NTA sounds like your husband is more interested in keeping an unpaid nanny, caretaker rather than a wife, partner, equal. Op. Do you have the option to become more independent in your marriage? Perhaps get a job, side hustle to earn money etc.? Do you have a separate savings account? Who handles all the money in the relationship? Do you have your own social circle that your husband doesn't interfere with? You don't have to answer these questions to me, but please take a long, hard look at your relationship from all these perspectives, and if it comes down to it, please walk away. We all deserve love and respect in any and every relationship. If this post is a reflection of how your husband treats you on the daily basis, please walk away. Edit. Thank you for the awards kind strangers. Is anyone else suspect of this, friend? I remember watching a movie about two platonic guy friends who went on trips together each year without their wives. I think there was a mountain? It's not. And it's not the economy class that I had an issue with. If the three of us sat in economy that would have been one thing but to have me sit in economy while he and his friend take first class was not something I could do. I may not have money but I do have self-respect and I'm sorry if this comes across as arrogant but I was raised to treat people good and expect to be treated good as well.